I'm going to now share a little bit about the APM, the Association for Project Management. It's they do some great research work. In fact, you guys know more about that than I do, having undertaken the recent research, which I'm looking forward to seeing the outcomes of very soon. But part of one of their research documents was called the Golden Thread, and in the Golden Thread, it looked at the importance of project management to industry, and you'll see on the screen that they found that about 1.56 billion pounds of UK GDP was attached to project management. It's a major player in industry. It's everywhere, and I think that's one of the beauties of project management, is that it doesn't have to be in buildings or infrastructure. It's not HS2 or I mean it is or the Olympic Games. It's everywhere. If you're in Formula One, there are project managers. If you're in a charity sector, there are project managers. If you're in the more traditional ones like IT, there are project managers. Yes, Nick.
And I think the Golden Thread one is just fantastic, and it's actually a piece of research we've used quite extensively in terms of bringing this to light, because I think sometimes it surprises people. I think that's the key, for me anyway. That's the key finding from the Golden Thread. I think it genuinely surprises people that it is so that it permeates so many different fields, that in many ways it's so ubiquitous, and also that it generates or is responsible for such a large amount of UK GVA as well.
Yeah. So when we so a bit later on, I'm going to talk about sort of future skills in the workplace, and hopefully you'll see how project management and project leadership skills are very much aligned with the future skills required in the workplace, not just in the project management world. And so it really is a good career to embark upon. And because it's everywhere, you can actually generally do it in somewhere that a sector that you like as well. You don't, so for me that's a win-win. So the APM is the Association for Project Management. It's a chartered body, which means that you can get that accredited status through membership and application, and it's a great environment for knowledge sharing and networking within the industry. So I think we've got about 30,000 members, predominantly in the UK, but growing overseas, but definitely respected all over the world. The way it's structured is that you have a range of branches across the UK, and then a number of special interest groups. So the branches are on your screen at the moment. You guys in Southampton are in the Wessex branch by geography, but you don't have to just follow or be a member of a particular branch. You can follow as many as you like. So for those of you that might just be studying in Southampton but live elsewhere in the UK, there's absolutely no reason why you can't attach yourself to multiple branches and get a feel for what's going on in your region. At the same time, you can follow as many or as few SIGs as you would like. So if you've got a particular interest in a particular area, these are really great knowledge hubs for new pieces of work, expert thinking in those areas. I was just having a chat earlier on today with the chair of the knowledge SIG, and talking about knowledge management and knowledge sharing, and so the level of expertise that sits within these SIGs is incredible. So again, if you're particularly interested in any area of the project management community, then these are a great resource tool and networking tool. One of the benefits at the moment, there's no face-to-face activities going on, certainly until the middle of this year. So the APM were very quick to roll out a series of free webinars, which are available to all people, member or not. So so on the left-hand side of the screen here, you'll see the front page of the webinar list. It's if you share the screen after, there's a web link attached to it, but it's just on the APM site and under events, and they come up, and you'll see the frequency of events, all and covering all sorts of different ranges. You may wish to get on the fellow module that's coming up soon, Nicholas, although it might be too late. And on the right hand side, something which I hope will be of interest to you guys is the branch awards. And these branch awards started off as being individual branch awards, but now they feed into a UK final. So the deadline is looming for the Student of the Year award. It's quite an easy, it's not a massive amount of work to enter. The deadline's 26th of March. That will go into a Wessex branch competition, and the winner of the Wessex branch then gets pitted against the winners of all the other regions to become the recognised UK winner. Sadly, our Wessex branch winner last year didn't bring home the bacon for the UK award. So looking for that next Wessex flag bearer, and maybe they're listening to this call if they do see it before the 26th of March. But maybe you can share it with them in any event, Nick.
Yeah, absolutely. It will be my pleasure to do so.
Yeah, great. And then, as I said, they also publish lots of research tools and information which are freely available to members. You guys will be particularly keen, I guess, to promote at some point the work you're doing at the moment, which builds on the conditions for project success, which is the one on the furthest left-hand side. So good networking, good research, good knowledge. Why wouldn't you join, especially to all those students where it's free? So you go on the website, you chuck in your details, it doesn't cost you anything, and then you have access to all this information. Obviously, then there's a career path in following through your membership onto associate, full member, and indeed fellow at some point. So there was a quick canter on the APM, and hopefully you'll all go away and join and get the benefits of that.
I think the APM is really good also in providing support, possibly for master students in terms of dissertations. So this is one of the things I've highlighted to the team. I've said, have a look at some of the dissertation support that's out there in terms of getting surveys out and respondents. And overall, in that respect, I found the APM to be an incredibly good body that is able to support our students and does have our students at the forefront of their mind. And there are a number of members, obviously, such as who are in the APM, a member of staff or employees of the APM, who are also really supportive in trying to organise SIG members to come out and do guest lectures and things like that as well. So I mean, Vasilis and Fred, I think you guys have got a similar experience in terms of your relationship to the APM. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, I agree. Any time when I've been in contact with the APM, it's always some kind of response that helps you either with a direct question or helps you further on in your search of what you're looking for. So yeah, the APM is a great resource that I think the students should definitely look into if you haven't done that already.
Yeah, and I supervised a lot of master students last year. So if the APM can help them, get some data, this is usually the biggest challenge with master's dissertations. It's really difficult for a student to get into like a large company and ask, any questions really. So if the APM can provide like that bridge, that's definitely really, really useful.
Yeah, so one of the new features of APM membership is access to the APM Hub, and it's effectively a closed membership or a members only. It's going to sound really cheap. It's like a social media platform for project managers, and so if you're a student member, which doesn't cost you anything but five seconds to type your details in, you get access to the hub. And in the hub, there's lots of people that are dedicating their time to supporting other project professionals. So especially those who are embarking on their dissertations, if they need to get some survey inputs or some knowledge from existing practitioners, that is a place which is made up of people who are willing to put extra time in to support others in the industry. So it's a definite. I hadn't thought about it before today, but there would be real value in your students going to that hub for that industry